But despite LA's vital role in the California economy, especially when it comes to trade with China, some fear the city is not doing enough to drum up business. Mark New has that from Los Angeles.
The biggest growth in international tourism to Los Angeles came from China, whose visitors increased by more than 21% last year. But some critics say LA's China strategy is solely focused on tourism, but not on bringing in business. Just over 2 years ago, I visited LA entrepreneur Stephen Pearl, who had created China Mart, a 35,000 square foot facility to house showrooms for Chinese companies. Conveniently located near the airport, the idea was to be a one-stop shop for Chinese business people to help establish their companies in LA.
We weren't able to bring in investment from these Chinese companies, put them in our mart, and service them and make money. They were too often moving after the first year. Even with 3-year lease contracts, they just move. And they saw better opportunity in other places.
This China Mart space is now gone, as the company has instead turned to helping American companies design products for the Chinese market. Pearl says he had little support from the city and no subsidies or tax incentives to offer the dozens of Chinese companies he brought in to stay in LA.
I was just in New York on business on TV. I must have seen commercials 3 times that New York now encourages new startup businesses to have 10 years of no tax in their state. And I was just thinking, wow, I wish LA and California could have something like that and encourage business instead of just depending on the good weather to bring business in.
A lack of tax incentives are also hitting Los Angeles, where it used to be king, Hollywood.
In 1999, 64% of the top 25 live-action films were made in California. Today, it's just 8%. Louisiana is #1, while California is tied with Canada for second.
The challenges now fall on LA Mayor Eric Garcetti, a world affairs professor who's also done a few acting jobs. He's traveled to China many times, though not yet as mayor. But some feel he's off to a good start with China-related issues, as Greenland Group of Shanghai recently broke ground to build a $1 billion hotel and residential project in downtown LA. Mark New, CCTV, Los Angeles.